A good portion of the Phantom Forces community does not like the TRG, or at least doesn't even try it out, and this needs to change because this gun is probably not objectively the best sniper, but one of the better ones. The reason for this is because this gun has, well, an okay fire rate, a little bit lower than average being Remington 700 and Intervention, but it has 100 damage in CQC, and this is incredible. You might be thinking, well, most snipers one-shot to the torso strider. Well, not many of them one-shot to the limbs. That's a one-shot anywhere in the body in CQC. That's what makes this sniper so good, is because you can hit somebody in the limbs, the torso, or the head in CQC and kill them. The Intervention, the Remington 700, they don't do that. Apart from that, this gun has high penetration, high suppression, very good muzzle velocity, a torso multiplier of 1.25, and a headshot multiplier of 3.0. It also has a very quick reload time. You can see the bolting animation here. It's very short. I mean, it's a little bit longer than like the Scout or something, but if you're using the Scout, you will not be able to be accustomed to this. You're probably accustomed to a 3-shot in LRC because you're a Scout user, and this gun is a 2-shot anywhere at any range, but a 1-shot at CQC anywhere on the body, and that makes it a crazy CQC sniper. And the high suppression, well, most snipers have high suppression, the high bullet velocity and good penetration makes this thing usable at any range, and very, very good at any range, mind you. It has incredibly high velocity of 3,000 studs per second, so if somebody's 3,000 studs away, the bullet will take a full second to get to them. Luckily, there are basically no places in the game where you'd actually be able to shoot someone from 3,000 studs. The most you can pretty much shoot people from is about 500, so expect 1/6 of a second at most, but usually pretty much hit scan with how fast this thing is. Also, for no-scoping, as you can see in those 2 kills, this thing is pretty good for no-scoping. Like, if you put a reflex sight or something like that on it, use the irons or something, have a CQC type setup for this gun, it will be a monster. Below 35 studs, boom, you have a 1-shot anywhere, and at up to 100 or so studs, you have a 1-shot to the torso, and at any range, you have a 1-shot to the head. Anywhere in the body, at any range is a 2-shot kill, because this thing goes down to 65, which is still pretty good. It's 81 to the torso in LRC, and 65 to the limbs in LRC. That's still quite good. I mean, to be fair, anything over 50 is good because that means you can 2-shot, and everything below that would be terrible because a 3-shot sniper would be very, very bad, except if you're counting the Scout. I think the Scout is a 3-shot to the limbs in LRC, but it's not terrible. Like, the Scout, I don't know. I haven't really used it that much, but I know it's a fast gun, so it does make up for that. But I would rather use a DMR that can 3-shot or 2-shot than use a Scout. But to be fair, you know, if that's something you do well with, if that's your gun, use it, okay? Don't take my opinion because I really haven't used the Scout that much. But I have put some time into the TRG, and I can tell you this thing is so good. Has a quick ADS time, yes, not insane. Quick bolting time, also not insane. Kind of like the Intervention in a way. Has 5 shots in a magazine instead of 8. 9 with an extended, which would be the Intervention. This thing only has 6 with a +1. Still quite a few bullets, and it definitely has a quicker reload time, at least quicker reload time when it's a tactical reload and not an empty reload than the Intervention does. This gun does have a very long reload when you empty reload it, so just make sure to reload before firing that final bullet. This thing is only less than 3 seconds to reload when it's a tactical reload, and it is a 5.5 second reload when you're empty. So make sure to make sure to not empty your gun. See how I waited till 1 bullet and then I reloaded? That's what you need to do. And make sure to carry a secondary you can rely on. What I can rely on is the Tech 9 with the muffler and a couple other attachments. Maybe Tech 9 video coming soon. I like the Tech 9. It's one of my favorite secondaries, maybe my favorite secondary in the game. Like it more than the M45A1, more than the Serbu, more than the SFG50. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite. Like I said, maybe video coming soon, because if you miss that shot, there is a bit of a bolting time. It's not too long, but you can feel it in CQC when you're just trying to spray off a bunch of bullets to kill people. If you're a very accurate no-scoper, which I am not, I don't really use snipers, then you can totally take this gun and just destroy people in CQC. But also in LRC with the high muzzle velocity, that's something that I love about this gun. It's just, you can shoot somebody and the bullet will go right to them, instead of some guns like, I remember the SFG-50 kind of having a little bit lower muzzle velocity, and at range, jeez, that was really bad. But this gun, nope, basically teleports the bullet to them. Very, very nice. For attachments, I like the Sidewinder ED scope. This is the scope that it comes with. It's also the Hekate's scope, Hecate, Hekate, whatever you want to call it. I think Hekate sounds better. No muzzle unless you want to have a suppressor, but here's the thing. This gun does exactly 100 damage, so I do not recommend a suppressor because that'll pretty much remove your CQC one shot to the limbs. So I don't use any muzzle attachment. You could use a muffler, but I don't really think that's worth it because that'll just make your RPM lower. You can also use a grip. I like the skeleton grip. As with all snipers, the skeleton grip is pretty much the best. Also, look how good this skin looks on this map. It's insane. It's so cool looking. Yeah. Video about the transparent skins from yesterday, if you want to check it out, is on my channel. And then a blue laser as well. Blue laser, because it fits with my gun, because it's blue. But any laser works. I think blue and green are the best because they're the easiest to see. Maybe green is easier to see than blue, so you could use green instead. Finally, I recommend you use no ammo type. The ammo types for this gun are just meh. They're not that good. I really like this gun, and because it's a sniper and I don't like snipers, I'm going to give it a little bit higher rating than I would, because it's not supposed to function like a auto gun. I would say if it was up to me rating it versus just autos, it would be like a 7.5 or 8. But in terms of just being a sniper, it is a 9. It is a 9.0 because it is very good. This is the empty reload, by the way. Not that fast, but not incredibly slow either. It's just a one shot to the limbs in CQC. That's just, it's epic. It's very, very nice. Also, high muzzle velocity, good RPM. Not super high, but pretty good. Good suppression, good stud penetration. Everything about this gun is just overall good. It doesn't exceed really well in anything, but at the same time it kind of does because it one-shots to anywhere on the body in CQC. Anyways, if you found this video helpful, please subscribe, like the video, comment, whatever. I want to do setups. I'm not actually getting that many setups, so please comment a setup if you want me to do one. The guns that I have a lot of kills on are the M16A3, the AUG H-bar, and the Scar Hammer. So if you have any setups for those 3 guns, leave a comment. Anyways, I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching.